While other showrunners trip on finales or crumble under their own legacy, Vince Gilligan keeps delivering bangers with frightening consistency. Whether it's a chemistry teacher breaking bad or a lawyer breaking rules, his philosophy is brutally simple. Actions have consequences.
You're goddamn right.
And through it all, his visual storytelling, his respect for audience intelligence, and his seamless leap into sci-fi in 2025 cement one truth. Vince Gilligan is the undisputed GOAT of television. Don't agree? Let me prove it. Back in 1998, before Breaking Bad, Gilligan worked as a freelancer, submitting scripts to this little show on Fox called The X-Files. The X-Files was essentially film school for an entire generation of TV creators. But Gilligan, he spent 9 seasons there, rising from freelance writer to executive producer, and wrote some of the show's most iconic episodes. There's this one called Bad Blood, where Mulder and Scully retell the same vampire hunt from their perspectives, and it's basically Rashomon, but hilarious. Rashomon is a form of storytelling told from multiple characters' perspectives, where each version contradicts the others, and the audience must piece together the truth. That's where you first see Gilligan playing with narrative structure, unreliable narrators, multiple timelines, the stuff that would later define Breaking Bad's cold opens. But here's the moment that changed everything. Season 6, episode Drive. Gilligan needed to cast a despicable character who somehow had to be sympathetic enough that you'd want Agent Mulder to save him. That's a tightrope walk, right? One wrong move and the whole episode falls apart. So Gilligan cast Bryan Cranston. And when he watched him work, something clicked. That casting choice wasn't just good TV, it was planting a seed for the most iconic character in television history.
Say my name. Heisenberg.
But let's talk about what almost didn't happen. Back in 2007, TV shows had rules. Characters had to stay consistent, so audiences could tune in every week without confusion. You couldn't have your protagonist fundamentally change. That's not how TV worked. Gilligan pitched the opposite. A show about transformation, about consequence, about a good man rotting from the inside out. HBO passed. TNT passed. FX passed. Finally, AMC, a network that literally just showed old movies, took a chance. And Breaking Bad didn't just succeed, it rewrote the entire grammar of television. Think about Walter White's transformation. In the first season, he's a man who can barely bring himself to confront a drug dealer trapped in his basement. He's not Heisenberg yet. He's just a desperate man who doesn't know what he's becoming. By season 5, he's orchestrating coordinated prison attacks like he's conducting an orchestra. But here's Gilligan's genius. He made you complicit. For years, you rooted for Walt. You justified his actions. And then, in the final season, Gilligan ripped away every excuse and showed you what you've been defending. A monster. A man whose pride destroyed everyone who loved him. You thought you were watching a hero's journey. Gilligan was showing you a descent into hell in real time.
You got me.
But let's talk about how he actually made this show, because this is where it gets beautiful. Gilligan brought a cinematic eye to basic cable. He turned Albuquerque, this underdog city nobody thought about, into one of the most iconic settings in television. Those wide desert shots? That wasn't just pretty. That vast, empty landscape was Walter White's soul. Indifferent, beautiful, deadly. And those weird POV shots? Inside washing machines, chemistry beakers, someone's eyeball? That wasn't Gilligan showing off. That was visual storytelling. He didn't need dialogue to tell you Jesse was isolated. Just put him in a wide-angle shot against a massive empty sky, and you feel it. There's this episode called Fly that people either love or hate. It's a bottle episode. Basically, 2 characters stuck in one location for the whole runtime. Nothing explodes, no one gets shot, it's just Walt and Jesse trying to catch a fly in the lab. And it's one of the most psychologically intense hours of television ever made. Then there's Ozymandias. If you know, you know. If you don't, just imagine every lie you've ever told, every secret you've kept, every compromise you've made, all exploding in your face at the exact same moment. That's Ozymandias. and it's often cited as the single greatest episode of television ever produced. So, Breaking Bad ended in 2013. Perfect landing, 16 Emmys, Guinness World Record, cultural phenomenon. Most creators would retire on that.
Retarded.
Retired.
Gilligan announced a spin-off about Saul Goodman, the sleazy comic relief lawyer. This felt like a cash grab. Except Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould didn't make a comedy about a quirky lawyer. They made a tragedy about a good man who couldn't stop self-sabotaging. They made Better Call Saul, and it might actually be better than Breaking Bad. Let me explain why that's insane. Better Call Saul is slower, way slower. It trades shootouts for corporate law meetings. It makes you care deeply about whether a lawyer passes the bar exam. It makes a hearing about a law license feel as tense as a bomb defusal. Because Gilligan learned something from Breaking Bad. You don't need life or death stakes if the emotional stakes are high enough. And then there's Kim Wexler. Played by Ray Seahorn, Kim was supposed to be a minor character, but Seahorn's performance was so good, so layered, that the writers made her the co-lead. The entire question of the show shifted from how does Jimmy become Saul to what happens to Kim? And when you find out, it destroys you. Better Call Saul got 53 Emmy nominations. 53! It's one of the most critically beloved shows in television history, and it proved something crucial about Gilligan. He doesn't repeat himself. He evolves. After a decade of crime dramas set in Albuquerque, Vince Gilligan dropped a sci-fi dystopian thriller on Apple TV Plus called Pluribus, and it's about forced happiness. Everyone is blissfully, terrifyingly happy, except one person. Carol Sturka, played by Ray Seahorn, is immune. She's still cynical, angry, individual. She's patient zero of misery. But here's what makes this so Gilligan. Even in sci-fi, he's exploring the same themes. Consequence, free will, the cost of comfort. Is happiness worth it if you lose yourself? And the visuals? Instead of Breaking Bad's warm desert tones, Pluribus is sterile, oversaturated brightness that makes the happy world feel nauseating. He's using color to make you uncomfortable with joy. Oh, and there are Easter eggs for longtime fans. Carol drinks Macallan whiskey, a nod to Howard Hamlin from Better Call Saul. She flies Wayfarer Airlines. If you know, you know. Gilligan just proved he's not a crime drama guy who got lucky. He's a master storyteller who can work in any genre. So why is Vince Gilligan the GOAT of TV? Here's what separates him from everyone else. First, tension. Alfred Hitchcock, one of the most influential filmmakers in cinema history, and often called the master of suspense, said there's a difference between surprise, a bomb going off, and suspense, showing the audience the bomb under the table before it goes off. Gilligan is the modern master of suspense. He plants seeds that don't bloom for seasons. The lily of the valley plant, the pink teddy bear eye. He trusts you to wait, to pay attention, to remember. In a world of instant gratification, Gilligan builds slow-burn masterpieces. Second, he sticks the landing. Lost gave us that finale. Game of Thrones crashed and burned. But Gilligan? Across 62 episodes of Breaking Bad, 63 episodes of Better Call Saul, a movie, and now Pluribus, the narrative consistency is watertight. He plans the ending before he writes the beginning. Third, and this is crucial, he's a collaborative auteur with zero ego. He hands the keys to the most important episodes of his life's work to other directors and makes them legends in the process. Rian Johnson got to direct Fly and the earth-shattering Ozymandias, and walked away with his career supercharged, directing Star Wars and Knives Out. Peter Gould was empowered to co-create and run Better Call Saul. His legacy isn't just the shows, it's the talent he mentored along the way. And finally, visual storytelling. Gilligan returned television to being a visual medium. A shot of someone's shoes can tell you more than a monologue. A time-lapse of rotting fruit can carry more thematic weight than exposition. He respects your intelligence. He doesn't dumb things down. He trusts that you're watching. From a kid with a Super 8 camera in Richmond to the creator of the Gilligan verse, Vince Gilligan has spent over 30 years proving that television can be art. He treats television not as content to be consumed, but as cinema to be savored. So here's my question for you. In a world where everything feels designed to keep you comfortable, to keep you happy, to keep you scrolling, what's the last piece of storytelling that actually made you feel something real? Because that's what Gilligan's been doing for 3 decades, making us feel, making us complicit, making us think. If this reminded you why great storytelling matters, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you've been sleeping on Better Call Saul or haven't checked out Pluribus yet, fix that. Trust me, Vince Gilligan has never let you down before. He's not going to start now. Thanks for watching.